some jigs that I have made up. I've had them made, custom made, I should say. I'm going to use the term super jig, as my buddy in Texas calls them. But basically, the deal with these are, you see all these ones that we bought from China or whatnot, wherever we've gotten them from. They just seem to warp no matter what, and if you got your board bolted to them and they warp, you know, if they warp, then the board's going to warp, and you're going to have less success with your reballs. So basically, what I had to do is I had to take these jigs to a fabrication shop and had them make these out of 1/4-inch steel. There's no way you can bow these things. I mean, they're extremely durable. Also, this one is a PS3 Slim jig, and I've never seen a PS3 Slim jig on the market. I have reballed some yellow lighted S on some Slims, and it has fixed the issue. So that issue is still out there for the Slims. It's a little bit few and far between at the moment, but it is out there. Here's the deal. I was planning on getting these to where I could sell them on the site. You know, maybe make a little profit off of them or whatnot. I still want to do that, but basically the shop that's making them for me basically told me that they're not going to be able to do them as cheaply as I thought they were going to do them. They pretty much said they got way too much time into them, and trying to drill and tap these things, since they're 1/4-inch thick, is breaking their tap sets quite often. So basically they raised the price on me pretty big time. You know, I know a lot of people would want them. You know, I paid the money for them, and I've had tremendous success with them compared to the other jigs. So I mean, in my opinion, they're definitely worth it. You will recoup your money. So I'm trying to decide what I can do here. I mean, they told me they would cut them and drill them, but they're still charging me more than they told me originally, and that's without them tapping them. You know, if they tap, these are all tapped, so I can basically just spin my standoff into the hole, and voila, and it doesn't come through on the other side. It's close to it, but it doesn't come through. It's pretty much flush with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I'd like to sell them, but I don't want to be the one that has to tap them for you guys. You know, you can always buy a tap set and tap them yourself, and it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to use some oil while you're tapping them. Hold on. You're going to have to use some oil while you're tapping them, and you know, do it to it, or you know, I might up the price and tap them for you guys. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to spend time doing that. I was hoping they'd drill and tap them and I could just sell the suckers, but it's not looking like that's going to be possible. And they're not cheap. I mean, I paid $150 for each one of them to be made, and they're charging me close to that now just to make them without even tapping them. So I'd love to sell them. I'd love to put them on my website, but I think I would have to charge close to 250 bucks if I was going to tap them myself and then ship them out, and include all the standoffs and all the screws. So I mean, it sucks. I was trying to help everybody out, but let me just go through here. This is for the PS3 LK and H01 boards. This is the PS3 Slim. This is your Xbox 360, and this one is your PS3 E01, A01, and G01. With the G01s, you basically have to, because the bolt pattern is just a little different on these two screws right here. So basically, I turn my standoff upside down, and then just put a nut on top of the board which gives me the correct spacing. So those two screws don't actually bolt down the board when I do my Geo ones, but they give me the spacing in that area. Also, I had them drill out a couple support holes. Support holes, like for the Xbox, you can see how there's a hole in each four corner that supports the chip. Well, I thought it would be cool to have that for the PS3s, because you have your bolt here, your bolt here, your bolt here, and your bolt here, and right here's your graphics chip, but you don't have any support in this area. So I had them drill a hole there and tap it for me, and it doesn't hit any components on the bottom of the board, but it gives me support in that area. I had to do it on this one. I had them do it on this one right here. And then I had them do it on the Slim. They actually went kind of crazy on support holes. Here, here, and they even put one up here by the CPU. I probably wouldn't even use that one. But I would definitely use this one. There's no screw that goes through the top side. It just puts support in that area. I don't know. So you guys tell me what you think. Sorry about that. My camera just died. Anyways, I'm gonna put this up on YouTube and see what you guys can tell me what you think. I mean, I can't tell you how much more comfortable I feel using these, because I know my jig's not warping. It's one of those things you don't want to do a whole reball process and be like, well, I did everything I could, but did the board warp at all? Was there anything like that going on? Did I do my best at it? Give it the best shot I could? And these pretty much eliminate that. As long as you're not lifting pads, this is going to keep your board flat. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can tell you about this one, the rest of them seem to line up really good with the standoffs. With this one, I kind of put all my standoffs in, and some of them I had to like tap with my Kleins, a pair of channel locks or something, and just tap them over a little bit and get them to line up a little bit better, but it still works perfect. It's not like they're off by a whole lot, but maybe like a 1/8 of an inch or something. So you guys tell me what you think. I'm not gonna get these made up. They would be, if you want one, you have to tell me you want one. I'd have to order it. You definitely have to pay first. I'd have to get them to make it. It takes them about a week to make one. Maybe if I could get like 10 of them, 10 people want one or something like that, they could bust a bunch of them out. But then again, I don't want to be the one that has to tap them for you guys. So see, tapping basically means putting threads in the hole so these standoffs screw in the hole. They're going to drill them, but you guys, somebody's going to have to tap them one way or another. They're definitely worth the money. You're going to recoup your costs because they work so good. So you guys, let me know. Hit me up. I don't really respond too much on YouTube videos, so just hit me up on the email support@fixmygpu.com. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, bye. Okay, so I also decided to show you something else, because I don't want to get 5,000 questions about what a drilled tap-it set is. I use 632 size screw standoffs. They're 1 inch in length. Got a female end, and you got the male end that screws into the hole. Female to male. 632. So, let's say you would have to tap these yourself. The holes are already going to probably be drilled. Yeah, they will be drilled with a certain size, because each tap has a certain size drill bit that can go with it. So your threads will fit, your screw will fit in the threads. So you have to use a certain size drill bit for a certain size tap. Let's say, which I have done, you break one of these off and one accident or whatnot, or you're gonna have to tap them yourself. You break this end off inside there. It's no big deal. I've done it a couple times already. You just drill the hole back out, and then you re-tap it. See, this tap puts the threads in the hole. Basically, you would squirt some WD-40 or something, and you just twist this in, and it cuts the threads into the hole. These are already tapped, so it's going in really nice and easy. You have to work it sometimes by going back and forth, and then eventually you'll get all the way through it. So that's what tapping is. I just didn't want to get 500 questions. Oh, how do I do that? Or what happens if I, I broke one off inside there. I just wanted to clarify that. So that's a drill and tap, and that's what I'm talking about. All right, bye.